Okay, hi, my name is ANNEMARIE LEBLANC, and I'm a Cape Breton expat, and I live in Montreal now. And in 2010, I retired from teaching. I was teaching at Concordia University for 25 years, and I part-time, and I worked at a huge insurance company, and I decided that I didn't want to work corporate anymore, so I was looking for a project. And I liked pop culture, I liked celebrities, so I thought, why not? My dad always told me I could do anything I wanted to do, and I thought, I can do this. So I started out just looking at different websites and deciding what I wanted to do, and I came up with Celebrity Dirty Laundry. This is our flagship site. It's an entertainment, news, gossip destination. Now, I'm not in the tourism industry, but the things that I've done, you can do too with your websites. I mean, I went from nothing to what we have today. We started in 2010. My daily viewers are in over 100 countries now. I have millions of hits a month. On any given day, I get 100,000 people to the site. I'm away right now, so we're seeing a little bit lowering of the traffic, about 60,000 a day. We specialize in social media. We have a dedicated traffic fan base. Our people come back. And we post the hottest news on a daily basis. When I started, I was getting about 500 pages a day. Today, I'm at 1.9 million. My monthly pages are about 4.5 million. So it means when people come to my site, they stay. You want somebody to come to your site, you don't want them to look at one page. You want them to move around and see what you have. In 2010, I met Twitter. I had no idea. I was like, what's Twitter? Today, I have 25,000 Twitter followers. It takes a lot of work, but it can be done. There are ways to do it. You know, I'd love to tell you how I did and everything I did, but if I sat here and I explained to you how I did it, we'd be here all day, and we can't do that. I have 6,000 Facebook fans. Pinterest, we just started Pinterest. We're noticing a good amount of traffic from Pinterest. We have Instagram. I've started on LinkedIn, and I have multiple partners. Fab, TMZ, the Stir Entertainment Tonight, Lainey Gossip, since you all seem to know Lainey. She's a partner of mine. CDR is a WordPress blog. It's a simple blog. And with multiple plugins, we run both of our websites on this blog. We've gotten recognition over the United States from Huffington Post, Guardian, Washington Post. We've been on radio shows. I got somebody last week that said, hey, do you know Ryan Seacrest was talking about you on Virgin Radio? We've been on several radio shows as well. We've interviewed many, many celebrities. And the way that we're learning about how to brand our brand is from some of these celebrities. For example, I met John Stamos about 6 months ago, and he was sitting while he was talking to me, and he was on his phone. I was saying, what are you doing? And he said, well, I'm on Instagram. And I said, well, what are you doing on Instagram? And he says, well, I'm a brand. And he says, everything you say to me, I'm taking pictures, and I'm putting pictures of you on my Instagram because I'm building my brand. So even the celebrities are starting to build their brand through social media. We've attended a lot of different events in the U.S., you know, Fashion Week in New York, Fashion Week in L.A., Billboard Awards, Webby Awards. So to start with how we did it, people believe if they put a website up there, people will come. Nothing could be farther from the truth. Nobody's going to come. How are they going to find you with a billion different websites? So when I started to think, okay, how does my target business work? What are my goals, my plan of attack, and my milestones? And I started building this. Technical. Website is 5 parts. I took a 5-prong attack. I looked at my technical side of my website. If your website is not technically prepared, it's not going to work. You have to be search engine optimized. Okay, if you're going to see 100 different people are going to say, I know what SEO is. I call them the snake oil salesmen. Everybody offers me, oh, pay me $1,000 and I'll give you what you want. Usually they can't give you what you want. The things that you have to do to optimize your website are go out on Google search and you can do them yourself. So some of the things that we did is we started off to make sure that our website was loved by the search engines. Right now, and I'll show you some stats after, in any given month, I'll get about 800,000 hits just from search engines. And that's because the search engines like my website. I took a strategy to get into Google News. If you can get into Google News, that'll really help you. I get a good percentage of my traffic because I'm a Google News source. What Google News does is if they think your site is worth showing to people first, when I post a story, if you post a story about Tom Cruise and I post a story about Tom Cruise, mine comes first. So taking a Google News strategy, they have it for tourism, they have it for vacations, they have it for everything. I set up strategic partnerships, and then I started my social media strategy. My social media strategy was to build up how many Twitter users I had. I do Follow Fridays. I do Twitter parties. That's Twitter parties where I advertise all week and I say, hi, I'm going to be talking about, I've done Twitter parties for shows that television, let's say, for example, Suburgatory. Suburgatory is going to be canceled, maybe. So they said to me, will you do a Twitter party for us? We want to get the word out. We want to get it trending. We want to get people to come to our show and watch it. So what we did is all week we advertised and we said, hey, we're going to talk about Suburgatory and we're going to talk about Cheryl Hines. Come online with us and talk. And we advertised this on Twitter all week. And we just kept going out there and saying, hey, in 2 days we're going to be talking about this. In 1 day we're going to be talking about this. And then on that day we got hundreds of people who would come and say, hey, we love the show. And we say, okay, well, you go and watch it now, because if you don't watch it, the show is not going to be around for long. So while I was in those Twitter parties, my Twitter followers would be increasing. People would keep coming and saying, hey, we like you. You're talking to us. People want you to talk to them. So my Twitter followers kept increasing. So we noticed that doing these Twitter parties was helping us. So we did Twitter parties. We hashtag everything now. Whenever we write about a celebrity, if we write about Kate Middleton's having a girl, the big rumor now, because she said good or something like that, we hashtag Kate Middleton baby, Kate Middleton girl. So we hashtag everything because on Twitter now the hashtags are like tags. So if you want to get into a particular group, you hashtag it, and you might get into that group, and then people, whoever is looking for Kate Middleton will search by Kate Middleton or Kate Middleton's baby, and they'll see what I wrote. Branding strategies. So the next thing I wanted to do, once I have my social media and I have my technical, I wanted to brand my brand. I want people to know who Celeb Dirty Laundry is. It's not unusual now that I'll go to a conference and I'll say to people, I'm from Celeb Dirty Laundry. And people will say, oh my God, I read your website. So you want to have people know who you are. How did I make people know who I am? Well, I have a publicist now that I'm working with. I go to conferences. I go to conferences a lot. For example, there's a conference in Chicago in July. I went last year. There's 4,000 women that go there. And these 4,000 women, all they do is talk about their websites. And a lot of brands come there. For example, a lot of travel sites come there, and they try to get us to talk about their websites. So I go to these conferences. I have a publicist. I have my logos out there too. So branding, how we've been successful in branding is that's Globe Magazine. Globe Magazine quoted us on one of our stories. That's Entertainment Tonight. That's one of my biggest partnerships that I've now negotiated with them. You can't see it, but that's my website, Celeb Dirty Laundry. There are those two stories. This was an exclusive that we got, Gillian Anderson, Perez Hilton, MSN Entertainment. Everybody quoted us on the story. That's TMZ. We're on the TMZ side rail 3 weeks a month. So we're branding our brand. Advertisers. We have a lot of advertisers. Advertising has changed today. Advertisers don't want the $1,000 media campaigns anymore. What they want to do is they want to get to the people. They want to talk to the people. So, for example, I did a Pepsi commercial recently, and I asked them, well, what do you want me to do? And they said, I just want you to talk about your grandchild. And I said, what? They said, that's all I want you to do. So I did, and I thought they're never going to air this, and they did. And they explained to me, and it made sense after. People don't want to see these big, glitzy campaigns anymore. People want to see children trying things. They want to see, if you're talking about kayaking, they want to see that little boy in there trying the kayaking and falling out. They want to see videos like that. That's what they want to see. They don't want to see the big, huge campaigns anymore. So more and more brands, for example, my daughter, she's on the Fisher-Price website today, actually, with her daughter, because they want to see Ava playing with their toys. They want to see real people because they think real mothers want to see real children playing with their things. And the travel, the same thing. They want to see real people experiencing travel, what you're doing, what you're seeing. So advertisers are trying to get down to the consumer now. They want to see what the consumer has to see. They don't want these big campaigns anymore. So we work with a lot of campaigns, Pampers and Rent-A-Cars. These are a few of the advertisers that actually bought our site. They surround our whole site with advertising, and I think they're serving the consumer. Now, once we finish the lab dirty laundry, in some of the conferences, I found out that the mommy blogger industry is blowing up in Canada and the United States. Disney, oh my gosh, Pepsi, everyone is going after these mommy bloggers, travel sites. Mommy bloggers can have as little as 50,000 people a month, but they get great things. They get trips. People give them trips to come places to experiment, to experience things, because they want to see these real mothers experiencing real things. So my daughter's a mommy blogger. She has, this is our second website, the Love Baby Laundry, and that's my daughter. With her daughter, she uses her brand, her. She provides product reviews, advice for parents. She's got tremendous viewer loyalty. This is something that she's done. She does a line called What's Ava Wearing? And the brands send her clothes. So that's Jessica Alba's daughter in that outfit. That's my granddaughter in the same outfit. All of these clothes are from celebrities. That's Alessandra, the model, with her child. They send my daughter clothes, and they ask her to take pictures in the same clothes because the brand wants everybody to see that real kids can dress just like celebrities. So Robin's site went from, this is what she was in February 2011, and the site's starting to grow. We're building it slowly. And her advertisers. And we're just launching a new website called The Travel Moms, and that would be, we're taking advantage of the mommy blogger market, and that would be my daughter and I, The Travel Moms. We've already got 3 major advertisers coming at us that want the site. They want advertising on the site. We're going to talk about the experience of traveling with children. We're going to do some YouTube work. We've actually done some YouTube videos. We've got about 400,000 views on our YouTube page right now with simple videos that we've made ourselves, not fancy, just fun things that we film ourselves. And we put up there, and people come because they don't want to see the glitz. They want to see the real experience. So my cousin said I've got to show you my real stats. So no blogger will tell what's really happening. So I'm telling, this is top secret information. So this is our results. We had 2,000,184. This is for 1 month. This was for September. These are the results I had. I had 2,184. I had the uniques of 1,000,009, 4,000,005 page views. My bounce rate's about 64%. This is why search engine optimization is important. This is my organic traffic, Google, Bing, and Yahoo, 1,279,186. My RRS feed, you can have RRS feed on any of your websites. I get about 16,000 from my RRS feed. And here's my Facebook. Facebook is important. We started building our Facebook. I got 6,700 hits that month on my Facebook. How I get my Facebook working is every morning I go in and I put a different cat. So today might be tired cat. I put a picture of a tired, like messed up cat, and I go, here's how I'm feeling today. So I get my Facebook people talking. They start to talk to me. Then I take something off my website. So for example, I took Adele wearing that horrible dress at the Grammys. And I put it up, the picture, and I go, yay or nay, what do you think about this? And I put a link to the story on my website. And it's really interesting because when you first put the picture up, you get 50 people looking at it. And then as people start commenting, it goes 100, 200, 300, 400, and you start seeing the interaction. So every day, I start building the interaction with people. I start talking on Facebook. I can start making comments, putting some of our posts, putting pictures, and more people go and look. I do the same thing with Twitter. There's my Twitter. I have 6,700 that came that month on Twitter. Twitter's the same thing. I keep my Twitter open daily. When I put every story I do goes through Twitter. And then if somebody returns it, or if they say something, I answer every single person. So I say, oh, thank you for passing it along. Thank you for your comments. Or if they say, oh my God, I don't believe that. So I'll say, well, you never know, right? So I make sure that I comment to every single person who comments to me, because I want your loyalty. I want people to know that I'm going to be there talking to you. Come back. It's a real person behind Celeb Dirty Laundry. How long does it take me to do all this? Well, I work about 20 hours a day, but I mean, it's my little retirement project, right? And this is my mobile. We've gone to our mobile site. We hit about 3,000 in September. We've seen a huge increase in that. We're probably about 6,000 from our mobile site. What did our mobile site cost me? Zero. Nothing. If you have a website and you have an advertiser, most advertisers will do your mobile site for free. They want the advertising on it, they'll do the mobile site. So they did my mobile site for nothing. They've got a little ad at the bottom. I'm willing to let them take the ad if they pay for the site. Saves me several $1,000s. I think that's it. Questions? My Google News strategy is, first of all, I went to Google Webmaster and found out what their rules are. They have several different rules on what you need to follow. So I made sure that I follow them. Then you can apply to be a Google News source. There's a link. If you don't have the link, you can contact me and I'll give you it. What I also did is I got several of my friends in different provinces to recommend me. So you can get people to recommend you. Make sure that it comes from a different IP. Obviously, you don't want to see it all coming from Nova Scotia because, you know, they're not silly. So I got people to recommend me to be a Google News source. I've managed so far to get 2 of my websites as Google News sources. There are people who will say, we will do it for you. We'll charge you $1,000. 9 times out of 10, it's not successful. Just do it yourself. Hard work. Check the rules. Make sure you're following the rules of what they want you to do. Get your friends to, like, you know, if your friends in the United States, friends in Canada recommend you, and you yourself apply. You can apply every 90 days. I'm on my 3rd site. I have 5 websites now. On my 3rd site, I've applied 10 times. Don't give up. Just don't give up. Keep sending. One of the things that sometimes people get caught with this, when you apply for a Google News source, they send you back an email. Expect that email. And the email says, we're evaluating you. Please let me know if you really want us to do this. Sometimes that email goes to your spam. If you don't reply to them, then they never look at your site. So they will always send you that initial email. So make sure you get that.
Thank you, Anne-Marie, for a very informative session.